Hi. Okay, so basically today we're looking at the Amazon Kindle app. It's basically an application that allows you to read books. I'm looking specifically at the one that is through Microsoft that you have an icon for. So first of all, you usually open it up in your library, but today I'm actually just going to open up in a book just because it's, simpler. Um, Fight Club by Chuck Palahniuk. That's what we're looking at right now. So when you're reading, this is your screen. This is how you get back to your library, and then this is your bookmark. Now, I don't use the bookmark function, but the bookmarks allow you to put bookmarks, and the Kindle app does record that every time you put a bookmark in. So if I were to put a bookmark, you would then be recorded that you put a bookmark at the first page. Now, if I right click, you can get to your toolbar. So the first toolbar is your notes and marks. So notes and marks is one of my favorite buttons on the Apple app because I use the Kindle app for specifically college, and when I am reading through books, I'm an English major, so I need to keep track of all of my highlights, all of my notes, and things like that. So for this particular book, the bookmark that I just made is now in here, but also a highlight. So if you want to get to that highlight, you would click on it, and it will take you to the highlighted function. Now, the next button on the toolbar is your view button that allows you to customize how you look at things. So if I wanted to, let's say, it's really hard for me to look at black letters on a white page, and I wanted to look at white letters on a black page, I would press that, apply settings, and now all of a sudden my screen is black with white letters. Now, I don't do that, but other people, it's all based off of what you want, font size, margins, things like that. Your back button is going to take you back to the last place that you're at, so press back and it brings you back to our first page. Now, this isn't really a button, but it's a location. It basically shows you where you're at in your book. This is kind of useful if you know a specific location or a page number or a percentage that you want to go to. I kind of use this back and forth when I'm like kind of trying to scan pages. It's almost like you're flipping through a book if you were having a paper book. So this is kind of useful, especially when you are reading large amounts of pages first class or just in general and you want to kind of know where you're at, are you almost done? This will help you with that. Your go-to menu is basically it allows you to go to your cover, beginning, page, location, bookmark, table of contents. This lets you go, it doesn't make you like scan through it like this. This gives you like specific places, like bookmarks. I'm going to go to the table of contents. Now, things about and this is kind of true for most online books, is that you are allowed to like skip around and things like that. So if you wanted to go specifically to chapter 17, I could click on chapter 17 and the app will take me to chapter 17. So that is why the go-to button, you don't have as many. You're like, oh, well, why isn't it like every chapter? Well, that's because most online books allow you to click on it through your table of contents. Your syncing button, now Amazon specifically has a lot of different applications on a lot of different formats, such as your phone, your computer, your cloud, which is I specifically use a lot, also a bunch of other different things. So when you're reading on your phone, it's important that it keeps your place because then when you switch over to your computer, you're going to be in two different places. So your syncing button allows you to sync it to the last place that you used it for, whether or not it was on your phone, your computer, on your cloud, or things like that. That's what your synchronization is for. Your pin to start, I don't use this button a lot, but it allows you to pin to start. So when you open up the app, this is what it usually opens up to. Usually you don't have to pin to start the book so that it starts doing that. It usually does that automatically, but again, that's just up to you. This button up here, this is here when you are in normal book function, but just to let you know, it's just to go back to your library again. This is also another thing that I use, your search bar in the top right hand corner. This is going to tell you if you were to type in a phrase, like this is Fight Club, so I'm going to write fight, oops, and it's going to search. Now it searches through your whole book and it's going to show you every single time that fight shows up in Fight Club. This is 289 results, which basically means that fight has showed up 289 times in this area. Now this is kind of useful because when you're looking for specific quotes and things like that, you can type in a keyword and you can look for that. Also, it helps when you're just going through the book and you didn't highlight something and you're like, okay, I know this is what is in there, and I'm like, okay, I have to find it, and it's like, oh, this is the one I forgot to highlight. Great. So I'm gonna go there, and then I'm like, okay, this is really important. So to highlight, you would highlight it like you normally would, left click and then hold and bring it down. Highlight will allow you to highlight it, and then you can also, if you were to highlight another part, like this is really important, not really though, you put a note here, and this allows you to write notes about whatever part that you were talking about. Now this highlights it automatically. Sometimes, this is especially true for English majors and other majors that you need to highlight and you're reading a lot, where you have highlights and you have certain notes. It is important to have this because when you're going through it, and especially for your first time, it's good to have like first reactions, things like that. So it's really great that this allows you to do it because it gives you all the options of doing what you would normally do if you had a paper book, only it's online. That's pretty much it for your Amazon Kindle app. There's a lot of other things you can do. You can go back into your library and actually I'll show. You can go into your library through that button there, and it will allow you to shop and look at things and things like that. So there's a lot of other applications, and there's a lot of different applications look differently. I'm just looking at this particular one. Other than that, you're good to go, and this is how you use the Amazon Kindle app for the desktop, specifically the one on your icon for Windows 8. Other than that, you have a great day, and bye.